All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rekah, Wadash, Mama, the Balanas of the Elder Apostles of GMS. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Car Karab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. Not today. I'll be coming out with another, a little quick lesson, a quick hit. I won't be before you too long, but without further ado, I'm going to get right into the scriptures. This is Psalms 49 and 11. It says the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. And that's how these Edomites do. They're already making plans. When you listen to them in the media and in the news, they're already making plans. 2030 and 2050 and in 86 years from now and so forth, because they, in their thoughts, in their hearts, in their minds, they really think that this place, America, i.e. Babylon, according to the scriptures, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, they think their houses shall continue forever. They think their rulership is going to continue forever. They really think this within themselves. This is the nation of Edom. They think that their power structure is going to continue, and they're going to continue to put forth wickedness in the earth and to continue to do the things they have been doing. But that is just not true, according to the scriptures. The Heavenly Father is not going to allow this wickedness to continue. But this is their inward thoughts. They think that it's going to continue. And they call lands after their own names, like they took over, like, supposedly Africa, that's named after Scipio Africanus, or Amerigo Vespucci, and so forth and so forth. They call their own call these lands after their own names, but their inward thought is that they will last forever. But that is just not true according to the scriptures. Real quick. Should like you to bear with me for a second. You go to Proverbs really quick. And these Edomites, they really think that their way of running things and their way of living is how it is to how this is how you're supposed to do it. But that's just not true. And this is Proverbs chapter 12 verse 15. It says, "The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise." See, the way of a fool is right in their own eyes. And Esau, he's a fool. These Edomites, they're fools, and they think that their way is right in their eyes. But he that hearkens unto counsel is wise. He that hearkens unto to Yahweh Shai, to consult the Heavenly Father, to walk according to the scriptures, that man is counted wise. But these Edomites, they're fools because their way is right in their own eyes, and that's just, they think they're doing good, but they're really not. But continuing, just kind of bouncing around here and there, just grabbing specific scriptures. This is verse 12 of Psalms 49. It says, "Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beast that perish." Nevertheless, when a man does not abide in honor, he does not abide in uprightness, he is like the beast that perish. He is just like something. Basically, he's just a wild beast that dies. You watch TV or you look at Animal Planet or Discovery Channel or anything of the sort. You have animals out there. They're wild beasts, and when they die, they just die. Or if they're killed, but if they die, they just die. And a man, when he does not abide in honor, he is like those beasts that die in those wild beasts that die in the field or die in the wilderness, that perish. It says, "Their way is folly, yet their posterity approve their saying." Salah. And the way of Esau, these Edomites, their ways are folly. Their ways are useless, vanity, and their posterity, the things that they supposedly accomplished, approve their sayings. It shows you who they are, what they're about. Verse 14, it says, like the sheep they are laid in the grave, death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. And this is the Heavenly Father just letting you know that these Edomites, they're gonna be judged. Like sheep, they are laid to the grave, like sheep led to a slaughter. That's how they are. The Heavenly Father got these Edomites in the trick bag. Death shall feed on them, the grave, terrible, a low estate shall feed on them. This is the upright shall have dominion. The Heavenly Father is going to put the children of Israel back on top like they're supposed to be, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're going to be looked at as the upright, and they're going to have dominion over them in the morning, in the kingdom to come. Their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. All this power structure that these Edomites have set up, that's like their beauty. It's going to be consumed in the grave from their dwelling. They're going to be took down. The Heavenly Father is going to remove them, get them out of the way. But again, I'm going to jump down to verse 20. It says, man that is in honor and understandeth not is like the beast that perishes. See, a man that is in honor don't understand the honor. He's just like a beast that perishes. And these Edomites, they don't understand anything. So guess what? They're going to perish. They're going to be like the beasts that perish in the wilderness, like in the fields. I'm going to jump Psalms 50. I'm going to just go to verse 19 to my point. 17. It says, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then they consented, Salakia, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, Salakia, thou consentest with him, and has been partaker with adulterers. And that's just how these Edomites are. That's 2/3 of our people as well, because they hate the instructions of Yahweh Yahushua. But these Edomites, Esau, he really hates Yahweh Yahushua. He says, seeing as thou has hated instruction and cast the words of the Most High behind them, not following the laws of the land, the way that the Heavenly Father has set it up. When there was crooks and different things, thieves and this, they consented with them, and been partaker with adulterers. This is what they do. This is how they get on. This is how these Edomites get on. They would rather have counsel with murderers and thieves, and adulterers, spiritual adulterers, physical adulterers, and so forth and so forth. This is what they would rather do, rather than do things the right way. They would rather do it the wrong way. But they're the wicked, and the Heavenly Father has set them up to be the wicked. But continuing. Verse 19. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. And that's just what these Edomites do. They give their mouth to evil, and their tongues frame deceit. They make up lies. They devise iniquity. Evil things to do and to say. Verse 20, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And that's what these Edomites do. They sit and they speak against their brother. You got to think, Esau always had a hatred for Jacob. We are Jacob, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So guess what they do? They sit and they speak against. They try to demonize his truth. They try to say, oh, black Hebrew Israelites, try to group everybody together, when there's a clear, obvious line or distinction between black Hebrew Israelites and Hebrew Israelites. Black Hebrew Israelites are the ones who like to go to the gun range, pose with guns and weapons, black extremists. They dress very militantly. But they also try to use that. These Edomites try to use that and group the brothers, the Akim, that are really walking in truth and sincerity, according to Yahweh Yahushua. They make up lies against those brothers as well to try to group everybody together, because they don't like this. These Edomites don't like this truth coming out. They hate it. You know what I'm saying? The Heavenly Father's lifting up the skirt. People are starting to see. People are starting to pay attention. and know what these Edomites are really about. But they sit and speak against their brothers, and they slander their own mother's son. They slander their own people, even their own supposed flesh and blood. And this is the same. 2/3 of our people do the same thing, but this is more about these Edomites, so-called, these so-called white people. But I'm gonna jump to Psalms 52. Start at verse 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Why boastest thou thyself, in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of Yahweh endureth continually." See, this is a question. Why boastest this Lord saying? Why do you boast yourself, O mighty man? Right now these Edomites are considered mighty, even though they are being made low according to the scriptures. They boast themselves. Just look at Donald Trump when he killed that Iranian commander. Now he boasting of his. They when they did that, they were boasting. You seeing all kind of memes everywhere across the social media, making fun, making jokes. When World War III is on the brink, when these prophecies are speaking, and it's going to be more major prophecies, they still boasting themselves. The goodness of Yahweh endureth continually. The Heavenly Father's will, His works, His judgments are going to endure continually. His righteousness, His word. And they boast themselves. And in that boasting themselves and building themselves up in pride, this is how they do. Verse 2. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. See, their tongue deviseth mischiefs. They make up lies. They say all manner of false accusations. They bring up and bring out all manner of false accusations, things that are not true. They demonize things. They make up stuff out of thin air, and in that they use that to slander people's character, to damage their reputation, and they use it to work deceit. But again, this is Psalms 52 and verse 2. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Selah. And that's how Esau gets down. That's how these Edomites get down. They love evil more than they love good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. They would rather lie than speak the truth. Look at Donald Trump. He's told over 15,000 lies while he's been in this presidency, and he's a very contradictorial person. He's very contradictorial. He'll say one thing and then say something else and then say he didn't say it. Verse 4. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. And that's what it is. They love devouring words. They love words that cause people to look bad, that demonize people and damage their character and reputation. Just like Esau trying to damage this truth and this reputation, and the brothers around the four corners of the earth pushing this truth in sincerity. They're trying to demonize this truth, trying to make it seem like it's bad. But this truth is not bad. But in the world of lies, truth is treason. In the world of lies, truth is bad. But truth is healing. But verse 5, it says, Yahweh shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. The Heavenly Father is saying, He's going to destroy the wicked man. He's going to destroy the evil man. He's going to destroy anybody. I won't say anybody. He's going to destroy these Edomites, and He's going to also destroy 2/3 of our people, because 2/3 of our people want to live hard-headed. So they're going to be plucked out of the land, but they're going to be brought back in the kingdom. But when it comes down to these Edomites and Esau, the Heavenly Father is saying, I'm going to destroy thee forever, and shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. The Heavenly Father says, I am going to do away with wickedness completely. I'm gonna get rid of the border of wickedness. And we all know who the border of wickedness is by now. According to Malachi, these Edomites are the border of wickedness. Verse 6, the righteous shall see and fear and shall laugh at them. See, when the Heavenly Father do away with these Edomites, when he does away with America, the righteous are going to see. They're going to fear the power of Yahweh Yahushua, but they're going to laugh at the demise and the downfall of Esau, these Edomites. And this is what's going to be said. Verse 7, lo, this is the man that made not Yahweh his strength, but trusted in abundance of his riches, and strengthened himself in wickedness. And that's what it's going to be. They're going to be like, yo, this man right here that didn't make the Most High his strength, but rather trusted in riches and an abundance of material things, and strengthened himself in wickedness. And that's what Esau do. He strengthens himself in wickedness all the time. He's always doing something wrong, something wicked, huffing and puffing at his enemies. You know, like they again. I'm gonna bring that point back up again. They killed that Iranian president, thinking that it was gonna do something to those Iranians. It brought them together. And now you get Donald Trump on TV talking about, well, the Iran, they're not doing anything. They're standing down. Well, we're seeking peace. Those Iranians, i.e. those Persians, according to the scriptures, they amended the game of chess, and that's what they're playing with these Edomites. They know that Donald Trump is not a very intelligent man. They know that. So they're going to play chess like they've been doing. That there has brought them together, and they're going to unify. You bombed a military state official, an Iranian official, commander. And that was wicked because they didn't have no reason to bomb him. And the only thing they can come up with, oh, he was a very bad person. He was threatening the freedom of America. Lies. But that's how they do. They strengthen themselves in wickedness. I'm going to jump over to Psalms 55, and I'm going to read verse 20. He says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Yet were they drawn swords. And that's how Esau get on. He has put forth his hands against people that be at peace with him. Like somebody at peace with him, he still put forth his hand against them. He still come against them. He'll still strike them. Like the sanction thing and the tariffs. He put sanctions and tariffs on his own allies. This is what they do, man. People that be at peace with them, they'll put their hands against them. They'll come up against them, and they break their covenants, their treaties, their words. And the words of their mouth are smoother than butter. They sound good. They talk a good talk. But war is in their heart. They don't intend to make good on anything that they're saying out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Their words are softer than oil. Yet, their words are like drawn swords, ready to cause problems and commit all manners of iniquity around the four corners of the earth. But it was just a little quick lesson. It really wasn't, I won't say a quick lesson. It really wasn't planned. I was just reading. Decided to bring these scriptures out. Hope everybody was edified with that. Shalom.